How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be back on the Chevelle this weekend. I'm going to get some headers on it, throw some gauges in it, change oil, and maybe see if we can't power wash it up and see how this red pops. Might try buffing on it a little bit and shining it up. So stick around and we'll get rolling. We're going to go ahead and start by tapping all of these holes here for the header bolts. I had to order bolts that didn't have a hex head on them because the hex would hit the main tubes of the headers. So I got some Allen bolts for these headers, and we're gonna clean these holes out and throw them on. I'm going to do this front hole here too because the power steering pump bolts to the manifold in stock form. Obviously with headers we're not going to have that option, so we're probably going to have to find something around the shop here to see if we can get it hooked up temporarily to test drive it and get it to where I can power wash it. So clean this hole up here, and then we'll end up having to find some type of bracket to make sure we can tension this pump here. Let's go ahead and get this thing jacked up. Spin that filter off real quick, change oil while the headers are off, and that's easy to get to. And then throw the headers on there and see what we got. Well, she did it pretty good, but came right off, so that's a plus. Same with the drain plug, good there. Yummy. Get in your way for just a little bit here. Actually looks pretty good. Nothing concerning or anything. Alright, pre-lube my oil filter and gasket on top there. We'll throw that in. Alright, so got the oil in. Got her all jacked up because these are the long tube variety. So you gotta have them in there at an angle underneath there to get them up into the cylinder head. So I'm gonna snip those both of those up there, and then lower it back down so we can reach the bolts up here. Alright, we'll lower the car back down and get these all ready to go. Beautiful. Just like so. The gaskets I got here are kind of a double-sided style. I got a little stuff that's supposed to help seal the header side, and then your normal gasket here. They'll probably be like every other header gasket and leak, so I went ahead and bought some of this stuff. We're just gonna slather on both sides of it and help fill any imperfections on each side, and crank them down, and we'll be good to go. Now, as you've seen on these gaskets, the ends have a little cutout in them, so you can put your bolts in, start them, and drop your gasket into place, and off to the races you go. So we're going to put these end ones in real quick, and then I'm going to slather this gasket up and drop her on in there. Like so. Like so. Doesn't leave you a whole lot of room, so I might have to pull that front one back out to get it set down in there just right, but it'll help for now anyway, so. Alright. And that's it. Put the rest of our bolts in, and this side will be done. Oh, nice. I went ahead and cleaned up the spark plug wires a little bit, and I ran this fitting back in here, and you probably can't see it very well, but for the oil pressure gauge, threw that into that real quick. I'll get a light so you can see that, just in case it's dark. So we got oil pressure and water temp right there. Water temp's Going to the same place. Not gonna hook up the lights yet on that stuff. It's not needed quite yet. Just want to make sure that everything's good. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this temp sender out of here, and then throw our fitting in, and then our gauge temp sender in there into this fitting. So I figured you guys would enjoy watching all this coolant run all over the place on me, because I ain't gonna drain it. I'm just gonna try and be quick. So we'll see how that works. Alright, so went ahead and taped my fitting up. So I'm gonna pull this one out of here and see if we can't get that other one in fairly quick. Trick to this is to try and stay calm and do it smoothly, and because if you get in a hurry, it's just going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess anyway, so you might as well just be calm about it and hope for the best. I mean, she's already leaking, so try not to get in your way here. Oh yeah. There's a pan down there, so it's better than nothing. Yeah, just that easy. Go ahead and we'll tighten those up, and then we'll zip tie this deal up out of the way, and then all we'll have left before we go try and wash this thing, gotta try and mount that power steering somewhat, and then this voltage regulator in here. Last I checked anyway, last time it was running, it was charging at like 18 volts, so I think I have one of these from the C10 when I replaced it. I'll throw it in there and hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I might just rob the one out of the C10 for now. I don't know, we'll see. But those two things, and we'll be off for another test drive, I think. Well, we got the voltage regulator out. Got the one off of the C10. Not the one that's in it, but the one that came off of it in there. So, haven't tested it yet, but we're just going to keep moving. That way everything works like it should. We can just head out and wash this thing. But these also came with the C10. You can see it doesn't have any mirrors on it. These are not going to go back on it. So this tab right here, got this slot in it. I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to use that for this bracket right here to make sure that power steering pump stays tight. And yeah, like I said, temporary, but it'll get us by for now until we can get something a little more permanent on there. So we're going to take this apart and then throw it on there. Is it ideal? No. Is it going to work? Of course it is. So, one last thing I wanted to talk about before we go wash this thing. And I have to figure out something to sit on, of course. But anyhow, the first video that I made on this car, and I'm sure some of you have seen it in the comments and stuff, that right there is an EGR. 1970 350 Chevelle would not have had that. And the excitement of buying the car and getting it running and everything else kind of skipped over that in my head. So the other day, took the alternator off and checked the pad on the engine, and this is out of a van. This is not the factory engine that came in this car. So, with that said, it's kind of a bummer, but it kind of opens the door for me to do whatever I want to do to it instead of keeping it completely original. Rest of the drivetrain will probably stay original, body, all that. I mean, it's not going to get crazy, but engine-wise, I don't feel so bad putting a cam in it, putting a different engine in it, or anything like that. Pretty much do what I want at this point. So that'll do it for this episode, guys. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, or hopefully very soon, you'll get the video of washing this and seeing if we can turn this paint around and see if this red will pop. So thanks for watching, guys. If you would, like, subscribe, drop a comment, and we'll keep all the Chevelle and C10 stuff coming to you. Alright, guys, so it is Friday, April 17th. I'm gonna get ready to head to work here, but just wanted to show you a couple things first, and then cold start a couple things outside because we got a lot of snow last night. We didn't have any yesterday, and yeah, now we got that. So we're gonna cold start these things and go to work today. The first and easiest will be our dually. Kylie's gonna take that to work today instead of her car, just in case it's slick anywhere. Yeah. It's supposed to be 42 today and 60 tomorrow, so that tells you anything about Iowa. This one will be pretty non-eventful. Hopefully, anyway. Yeah. Easy peasy. Next. Now, you guys haven't seen this one yet. This is my 85 K20 4-speed that I have swapped 6.5 diesel into. I know half of you are gonna absolutely hate that. The other half are gonna be like, whatever. But I like it. There's a reason behind it, and usually she's pretty good. She doesn't really have any issues, so I'll let the glow plug cycle here and see if we can't get her started. Like a champ.